drive into town and stop at the inn.
All right.
Just settle down there. What do you think, guys?
Probably about like a
Yeah,
mile.
that's a solid plan.
I think I heard somebody mumbling.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
All right, I'll drive us to the inn. I step on the gas a little harder. Go about 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, as you drive along, everything suddenly gets even more dark. It's still early evening according to your time sense, but it's almost as if you've run into a patch of later nighttime, perhaps midnight or so.
I turn on the headlights.
Which illuminate the rest of the road.
We're driving up to the town.
Yeah, we're driving up to the town.
Should we stop a little bit out and then kind of walk the rest of the way?
Why would we do that?
Because we don't know what's going on. There might be a riot or something.
But that's why we have the car. I could put it in reverse in case we got to book it out of there.
I'd rather not be in a contained little area. When we go into a place we have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, because we have no idea what's going on. We might be, if it's also a terrorist attack, we might have better luck sneaking into the town if we stop a little bit out and then walk the rest of the way.
Well, why don't we stop outside of town and just see what we can see?
Yeah. Did anybody grab any binoculars or anything?
That would have been smart.
Shit.
No,
I don't think so.
Nobody got binoculars. Nobody thought about it until now.
How about your scope or your rifle? Does it have a scope on it?
Yeah, would my rifle have a scope on it?
Of course it would. Isn't it a sniper rifle? Or even if it's just
Just
a
a
regular
rifle.
rifle, it would still have a scope.
All right.
There you go.
I got a little bit of a ways to see, I guess.
Stop
I could
a little
actually-
bit and kind of keep an eye. Let's just scan and see if there's any movement or something before we just drive right up.
All right. And I could cast Pass Without a Trace so we could actually walk a lot smoother through the town.
It sounds good.
Okay.
Remind me, what does
Stop
Pass
and-
Without
just
Trace
outside
do? Is it
It adds 10 to stealth.
all right, that makes sense.
So it's what you roll plus your proficiency plus 10.
Doesn't it cover up like your tracks and stuff too?
Yeah, you're
No.
untraceable. Isn't it?
That's your untraceable.
I would like to take this moment to show on the map here, or on this handout actually, that the little structure down at the bottom is the motel / inn in the common vernacular. It's at the very southern edge of the town. Pretty much just as you enter in, you would see the motel.
So that's the way into town. Yeah. How far out are we stopping?
So the Pass Without a Trace is a veil of shadow and silence radiance from you, masking you and your companions for detection. For duration, each creature chooses within 30 inches of feet of you, including you, has +10 to dexterity, stealth checks, and cannot be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of passage.
Would that work for the car too? Like, would we leave any tire track?
No, because it's centered on me, so and the car is not 30 feet.
Well, the car is probably only a few feet long and a few feet wide. It's not like the car is 30 feet by 30 feet. So in theory, if it's still centered around you, as long as you're in the car, it should take care of it.
Exactly. Why don't we put the guy up with the rifle? We'll drive up to town since we'll still be silent. You get on top, and since we're on a Hummer, it should be strong enough to hold you.
Get on top of the roof.
Exactly. We'll drive almost into the beginning of town, climb, and since I could cast Pass Without a Trace, we won't make a sound or move.
What about if we just stop like a mile outside of town, let him look through the scope,
Yeah,
and go into
let me do that first.
You guys
That
know.
there's something he's not to drive out real quick.
The only problem with that idea is that there's a lot of there's a lot of trees in the way, and you might not be able to see a mile into town.
Closer.
Do you guys make where are we walking? Because if we walk, then we have to walk back.
I'm not saying we don't like walk up to town. At least just stop outside of town and give it a quick once over before we go into town. Do y'all want to just? If y'all want to just drive up, let's just do that then.
I mean, you can maybe scale a tree and look out.
We could do. I could cast Pass Without a Trace on the car, so it's plus 10 whenever we roll. So
All right, let's just do that.
All right. Yeah.
before we're like a mile out, I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
All right, we continue then.
So you're continuing on. You're now. Can you please? Thank you. You're now effectively invisible to anyone who might be trying to, look around for you and such. And you finally got to the turnoff onto Pine Valley itself, away from whatever road might be going on away from it. From where you are, it would be on your left-hand side, heading to the north. You see a road that's basically winding its way in through the trees, which again makes it hard to stand on your car and look out in that direction to see anything in the town itself. You do notice that it is getting a bit, I want to say, misty. A bit of some fog has basically rolled in at this point, obscuring the road further.
So how
as
far are
we
we?
entered, you got closer to town, then the fog kind of started coming in more.
That was all echoes. Can you repeat, please?
Yeah. So like when the fog, or so when we got closer to town, so then the fog started coming. Like it's like our presence kind of triggered it.
No, it's more of the closer you get, the more you notice that there's a fog bank also obscuring the details. Moisture is gathered. It seems to be creating some denser fog as you look towards the direction of town.
So what's the plan, guys? Are we walking, or are we just gonna drive? Am I gonna cast Without a Trace and then just drive up?
Let's just drive up. There's already fog, so let's keep going.
All right, I keep on driving.
You're the one with dark vision, correct?
Yep, I got dark vision.
Yeah, same here.
Why don't you turn off the headlights and drive pretty slow, and that way we're still a little bit more undetectable.
All right. What's the? Do I have at least low, like some moonlight showing?
No, not even the moon is visible. It's possible that it's obscured by cloud cover at this point.
So I still need a little bit of light to see. Even if I have dark vision, you need some sort of light source.
Okay.
Yeah, low light.
Edvar,
Yeah, I have dark vision as well.
you're the ranger, correct?
Yeah.
Does this seem pretty natural to you?
Does it seem pretty natural to me?
At this point, you want to roll a knowledge nature check. Alright. Sorry, I kept putting myself on mute so that because of the echoing problem. Yeah, let me write a message over to Edvar because he got the knowledge nature check.
I realized I didn't pick a background. I'm gonna pick one real quick. If that's okay.
Alright, there we go.
Advar, what do you make of this?
This is not natural for where we are. Something seems off. Really off.
What outside of town are we?
Happy, happy, joy, joy.
Did you say what part of town?
I said how far?
Oh, not far. At this point, you're within a mile of the southernmost border of the town.
Okay, I cast Pass Without a Trace then.
And you're continuing on north, which is the
Yeah.
only way in and out of the town.
Yep.
Alrighty then.
Hey, do you mind stopping the car real quick? I want to get on the back. Horace is gonna jump out and go ahead and open the back. Is it like 2 bench seats, and then does it and like a pretty good sized trunk space in the Hummer?
That's how I'm seeing it. Yeah. There's the standard seats you'd find in any car SUV. Then there's got some extra bench type seats in the back, and then there's even more cargo space beyond that. Plus, of course, there's different panels underneath your feet.
I rolled a 30. I rolled a 32 for stealth.
Excellent.
Okay.
Can Horace fit in the back? Like, can he?
Of course.
I want him to be in the back, so if anything pops off, he could just bust out pretty easily.
Yeah, these type of vehicles are designed with things like ogres and minotaurs and trolls in mind. That you could probably fit one of that particular race in the back, or you could fit 2 or 3 humans. You could fit half a dozen kobolds, etc.
All right.
Basically, it's a clown car for big people.
I'm just gonna hold the back door shut. Does it open up? I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, it opens. You can open it from the inside, or you can open it from the outside, probably with just a kick gate in the back.
All right, cool. I'm gonna send the back. I don't know. I just want to do it.
All right, so
Okay.
Horse is in the back, covering your rear.
Ranger, cover my flank.
All right.
Who's
I roll
sitting
down
in
the window.
window?
Take my
Who has
rifle and
shotgun?
aim it out the window.
All right,
Who's riding shotgun?
exactly. So
Me.
what's my front?
I thought
Who's you?
the Ranger was now riding shotgun.
Edvar. Sorry.
Okay, let's get going.
Let's cover all 4 sides. I'll look at the front. Somebody take the left, somebody take the right, and somebody take the rear.
I got the.
How about the right?
Okay. Look at the characters 1 second. Alright. I'm checking everybody's passive wisdom. That should be darting, not darking, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
Are they? There's something moving, darting from the trees, tree to tree.
Darting between the trees along the ground, sorry.
Oh, between the trees. Okay, sorry. Between the trees.
It doesn't seem like
They kind of look like dogs.
Okay, that's not a... That wouldn't be too suspicious, but you never know. I keep driving slowly up to the town.
Alright. Finally reached the town limits. Big sign saying, "Welcome to Pine Valley," etc., etc., etc. The mist isn't quite as thick here anymore. It was mostly just along the road. However, it is still very dark. You don't see any stars shining in shining in the sky. You don't see a moon. It's probably very thick cloud cover up there that obscuring all that. As you look down the town, you can see that it's also fairly dark in the town itself, which is kind of odd since you have plenty of nocturnal races running around that do need light to be able to see by, even if they don't like daylight. From your vantage point, you can see lights on at the gas station, which is right across from the motel. You can see a single light kind of flickering over the motel. And in the distance, you think you see light towards the watering hole, which is the local tavern. Oh, and you also see one for the cross from the motel, which is the 24/7 diner.
So you guys want to park in the hotel and get some rooms?
Sure.
I still think we should be. So you said it looks like everything's fine. Is that what you said?
It looks like everything's unusually dark, as if they've lost power for half the street, because the only parts of the street you can see lit up are very close by. The motel, the gas station. There's a flickering light overhead of the tavern, which you can only sort of see from this distance, and the diner seems to be lit up as well. But beyond that, you're not seeing the normal lights you would expect from in a civilization that has a lot of nocturnal races. You got the dark elves over there, you got the vampires, you got kobolds. They all like nighttime.
So would you suggest that we just go up to the motel?
Yeah, we had a long day. Let's pick this up in the morning. I would think it's the best idea.
We still don't know what's going on. Even if there was just like a power outage, it still seems kind of weird.
So you're
while you're in the motel, I'm gonna walk down to the watering hole and just peer in and see what's going on.
So
there.
you guys are okay. So basically, you're turning your Humvee in at the motel, is what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the description for the motel first.
Okay.
Situated at the south end of Main Street, the motel has been here for 200 years. There are 3 wings to the building with 30 rooms for rent. The primary building contains the office and various facilities, basically laundry and ventilation shaft, boiler room, etc. 2 sets of exterior stairs can get you up to the 2nd floor. No windows are visible for any of the guest rooms because this is for the comfort of those who are light sensitive. Think like kobolds. I think the dark elves are light sensitive too. Undead vampires especially. But there's other races beyond that prior that I think trolls might be. There is parking in between all of the buildings. With various parking slots all open. Let's see, how many cars are in the lots? Where's my die? There are currently 6 cars in the lot at various locations. 2 are parked directly in front of the office. The other 3 are pretty much scattered around the lot. Let me bring up the random map for the lot. Okay. Here we have a basic map. This also gives me a chance to see if your character is actually perfectly sized and if the tokens are correct. Oops. Yeah.
Man, Horse, you're huge.
Most of this map is used if there is an attack, but it also gives you a basic idea of certain things. It's mostly plain. You can see lights on spilling out of the office. The windows, which are pretty much the only windows in the building, look out onto the parking lot and show off much of the office as you guys are standing outside. There is a long counter in the middle of the room, blocking the rest of the view from it. On the counter is a monitor and a rack of what looks like brochures and flyers. The whole place appears to be deserted, though, and you can see the light clearly from inside, but no sign that the place is closed or that it's currently occupied.
Why don't we keep at least one of us near the car just in case we need to get out of here pretty quick?
I'll stay by the car.
I'll stay I'll stay seated in the driver's seat in case you have to just book it.
All right.
Did you keep the car? By the way, just for substance, did you keep the car on, or is the car currently off?
No, it's on, just in case you gotta book it.
All right, let me put a car token out there for you.
What's the what's the wizard's name?
Felsing?
Felsing. Oh yes, Felsing. Why don't you come with me and we'll get us a room. That way we're not like completely split up.
Why don't you guys get the rooms? You guys get the rooms.
We'll get the room and
See, the thing is, she was saying that it looks like it was abandoned, so I'm not sure we're going to be really getting any room.
I couldn't find a cool Humvee thing, so this is just gonna pretend to be your car.
Like, we could maybe go investigate all the rooms or investigate, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think we're going to be checking in, right? So far.
No.
What?
Hey, you never know. Just
First.
Let's go.
Felsing, do you want to come with me, or you can stay out here and I'll just go
No,
up?
I don't mind. I'll come with you.
So,
which one are you? Are you Horace?
Yeah, I'm Horace.
Okay.
So Horace starts walking up to the front door.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
As you enter in, the scent of blood is obvious on the air.
Can I do a perception check? I also walk in.
I'm beside Horace. I'll do a perception check.
Alright. As the two of you start looking around the office, you discover the source of the smell behind the counter. There's a corpse laying there with inside of a pool of blood. Her hair is matted with it. It's all around her. It's sticky. It doesn't seem like it's been there for that long. No more than a day. Yeah, you could see her phone laying there in the pool of blood towards her side.
Where's she at?
She's behind the counter. Basically, like I said, I was just using these as place markers in case a battle happens. There's no actual real imagery in there. It's just more of I'm describing as these things going down. Okay, we're doing prescription checks.
Right.
I guess that's probably about the same as your investigation check. So looking around. As you look around and study the scene, being investigators, I'm just going to use that as an investigation check. You can see that her body is covered in gouge marks, especially on her face, as if something with really sharp teeth just tore her apart up there. The marks also run right through her belly. The tracks in the blood lead up towards the air vent.
They like go up the wall and everything.
The air vent is more like halfway up the wall, but yeah, you can see them faintly up the wall, and the air vent itself is partly askew with bits of blood on the outside of it. As you look around at her phone, you also can tell that her phone battery is completely dead, and that's if it would work anyway, being how covered in blood it is.
Go ahead and Horace slowly approaches her and just kind of keeps an eye out on the air vent, and he picks up the phone.
All right.
I'm back, Horace, and keep a lookout.
Right, cool. And then can I hear any noise coming from the air vent? Like, I don't know, anything?
No, it seems perfectly quiet at the moment. It's pretty much just the only thing in the office at the moment is just a body laying on the floor in a pool of blood. You don't see anything else of interest other than, of course, that body.
Okay.
The monitor's turned off. It doesn't look like the computer's currently working. The only electricity-based thing that's working in the entire office is the lights, which are slightly flickering.
Okay, I'm gonna take some pictures of the. Damn it! I shouldn't have picked up her phone already. Oh well, I'm gonna take some pictures of the the crime scene.
All right.
So is her phone? Have we confirmed that her phone's not working?
I have.
Because you said it looks like it's not, but I mean, maybe try.
Yeah. Did you say you want? I can hand it to him, and then I'll take some pictures of the crime scene.
That's fine. And just keep track of whoever has the phone. Would you prefer me to give you a handout to keep that all of you can control that keeps track of things like that, or would you just like to keep them on your own sheets?
I think a group handout would be cool, unless y'all want to
Alright.
keep in.
I think a group is good.
That way, if I
That works for me.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think.
All right. It's named Group Pickups. All right. So you take several pictures of the body.
I want to focus on the van too a little bit.
It's unclear what could have done that, but no known sentient race, at least that are native to this plane and to Emlarin in general, would leave such marks and be able to fit in such a hole. Not even a kobold. Kobolds
Okay.
might be small, but they don't leave messes like this. Or at least it's say that if a kobold did something like this, the kobold would not leave the body there. The kobold would have eaten it.
Okay. And I think Horace is gonna go and back out. I think maybe Edvar might be a little bit better equipped to look around.
What's going on in there?
All right, I start walking towards the doors. Of course,
I walk
comes
yeah,
walking out.
that's just in case something pops up. But I'll walk back. I walk back to the Hummer, and then I look at Onyx and Edvar, and I go in and let him know what happened.
So can I
Must
try the
see
phone?
this.
Let's see if it's working. See if we can see like maybe contacts or who the person is or any information from the
Sure,
phone.
but sorry. It doesn't even boot up to show lock screen or anything like that. It seems to be
okay.
dead. It
Dead.
probably needs to be powered up, if not fixed because of the blood that's seeped into it.
All right then. Well, I'll try to wipe away a lot of the blood and then I'll just store it for later.
All right.
Put it in rice. I heard that helps. So I'll go in and let Onyx and Edvar know what happened. Be like, oh, the receptionist is dead. She has a bunch of weird cuts on her, and there's like some bloody tracks leading to a vent. We couldn't hear anything. We didn't want to poke around too much without letting y'all go, but something is definitely happening.
All right. I look around.
Very
and see what's
interesting.
what.
So I guess we can either check out the rest of this hotel, or do y'all want to kind of cruise around the whole city, see if maybe we can see any citizens that are alive?
Alrighty.
I mean-
Before you continue on, somebody was trying to say something. Who was that?
Me, or Edvar. I was gonna see if I could see better what was going on in here.
Right. Pretty much, you see as they described it, a body of a woman is laying in a pool of blood. Her face is essentially gone. Looks like something with sharp teeth has essentially ripped her face apart, and also gouged out her belly. She is laying on her back. The blood is pooled all the way around her. It's completely matted her hair, and there's a small trail of something with claws that has gone from the pool of blood up to the vent.
So Felsing thinks that we should not move on. Like, we're on the edge of town, where we already see this thing here at the hotel. I think we should maybe investigate, because if we go further in town poking around, we maybe end up surrounded by whatever creature or creatures.
Edvar agrees. Maybe we should check out in this place first before we move anywhere else.
I guess we're gonna have to have somewhere to sleep anyways. Might as well.
Exactly.
Check out-
We might have some nice beds to kick it on.
All right. Well, I guess let's slowly start creeping through the hotel. Is there any of those brochures in the hotel? Is there any of them that are interesting, or are they just kind of like normal hotel
They're
kind of?
kind of like normal
Look.
touristy type things. They also talk about the mall that's at the very end of Main Street. That pretty much, of course, from the knowledge of the area, you would know that this mall kind of put all the little mom and pop shops out of business. So it's kind of one of those type of places.
All right. Well, I guess let's lock the car and go finish to sweep out this hotel.
Okay, I turn off the car, hit the button. Walk over to you guys.
Alright. The one thing you do not currently have is any keys to this motel.
Oh, so we were able to see, but we weren't able to actually go like open the door.
We have to search the body, see if the body has a key or a master key.
Anything about that? Did the receptionist? Yeah.
Who wishes to do this?
I'll do
I
it.
can or you can do it.
I'll do it.
All right. Since you guys already took crime scene photos, you probably feel okay about moving the body to check for other things. You don't.
Investigation.
Not this time, but you probably will in the future. In this case, as you move the body, you immediately discover the keys. They were directly underneath of her, covered in sticky blood, but otherwise, the ring has about 32 keys on it rather than a master key.
Okay.
Or great.
Is there a sink around where I could wash these keys? Up the.
There's none located in the office, no.
Let's investigate the office first. See if we find some information. Who has the hacking tool? Is there a computer?
There's a computer, but it appears to be unpowered, just like the phone.
I won't be able to do anything with that.
Does the way the lights are on? Does it look like maybe it's like emergency lights that are like maybe on a small battery or something?
No, it just looks like the circuit to the light is fine, while the circuit to the computer apparently has stopped functioning.
Who's good with electronic stuff? We have to find the control pad, the circuit
When I have the
panel.
components and stuff, I don't know like what we would use to what we'd like roll for a difficulty for electronics repairs.
Maybe like so what Onyx, you're suggesting like a breaker box or something?
Yeah, check the breakers.
The most logical place to find a breaker box would be somewhere in the utility section, which is on the other side, which is basically behind this office in the motel.
In the office of the hotel, like the main office, is there like
you're currently in the main office, basically, because it's a motel. There is a attached building right behind this building that's kind of like, attached, but also separate. Looks like it's been built more recently. In there is most likely because it's also got the laundry and other utilities in it. It's most likely got the breaker box in there.
Okay. Is there a map in the office like like when you go to a hotel and be like, oh yeah, over here you're gonna drive around and then your room's gonna be this one?
Yes.
Door here.
Yes. As you look around, you notice that that one thing sitting on the wall is not indeed instead of it being a painting, because it's one of the things that's overlooked every time you go to a motel. Nobody really consciously ever pays attention to these sort of things. You finally notice the in case of fire type maps that's sitting there. Of course, it's kind of useless for fire since it's every door opens at the exterior anyway. But, by law, people have to put those things up. And you see that there is a door on the other side of the office. Not inside the office, but you'd go, exit the office and then go around the building. And you'd see a door to get into the utility closets where the furnace and all the other type of things are.
So let's go in groups of two. 2 people stay up here. We'll keep in contact with our cell phones. And the other 2 see if the computer powers up when you guys start messing with the control panel.
All right, I'll go. I'll go with somebody, whoever thinks that their character might be good with electronics to the breaker box room. And if somebody wants to
Yeah,
stay
I'll
here,
go with you.
since we got two kind of tanks or two at least kind of frontliners.
Yeah, I'm a frontliner, so is Forrest. So you should go with another guy. Somebody to watch your back that's strong.
Edvar, do you want to stay or you want to go? And Felsing, are you staying or going?
I'm going with you.
Okay,
All right,
I'll stay then.
so me and Felsing will go to the breaker box then. Edvar and Onyx, y'all kind of just keep a lookout and let us know if something starts popping up.
Will do.
I'll be behind you, because I'm just a wizard.
We take the keys. And
They're
I
at
guess
least the keys
yeah,
are,
we'll
are
take the
clearly
keys.
labeled. They're
Go try to find the breaker box.
at least
Wipe
the
them
key,
off.
at least the keys are actually labeled, like, 1 through 30 plus, office and utility. So it's like you won't have to sit there and fumble through them.
Okay. I'll go ahead and just take the office / utility keys and leave the other ones to Onyx and them just I don't know, maybe
No,
Okay.
just you need to wash them off. They're all full of blood here.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and take them just like a utility.
Okay. So Felsing and Horace are heading off, and Onyx and Edvar are just staying put in the front of the motel.
Yeah, I draw my gun and have it in my hand, just looking.
Okay.
And then we all make a 4-way phone call.
Yeah, as
Do we
you
have?
yes,
Sorry,
you do have that
didn't
ability, because it's a special app that goes along with your NIB training. As you draw your phone, you see the no service sign is up in the corner. However, your specialized apps allow you to still interface with each other within 100, as long as you're within 100 feet.
Do we have like earpieces too, or like that we can be talking without actually having our phones on us?
Yes, you do have Bluetooth.
Sweet.
Cool.
That is kind of cool. All right, me and Horace, we're going to roll out.
Don't take too long.
Yeah, just y'all let us know if y'all see anything happening. Y'all need us to come back.
Will do.
All right. And as I'm looking at this, I realized I forgot to add in the utility closet in here, because I did that in Minecraft the other day, but I forgot to add it on this map. God damn it. So I'm just going to have you sit over here, and if anything happens, I'll just be in this little area and say that you're away from these guys over here. Because, again, random rolls. As you make it over to the utility room, you notice that it's more of a really long room, as you can tell from the outside, instead of something large and wide. The door looks perfectly intact, and you have your key all ready for it.
Is the door locked?
Yeah, the door's locked.
I just want to be sure, because if it wasn't, maybe there might be something hiding there.
Yeah.
Guess there could be something hiding there anyway.
I unlock the door now. Slowly make my way in.
It is pitch black inside. However, you do have a torch, essentially, app on your phone, and the ability to clip your phone to your jacket.
I have dark vision.
And you have night vision. Okay. Well, night vision basically reveals that the area is essentially wrecked inside. There are laundry carts overturned with various linens just kind of spilled over the floor and ripped apart as if being made into bedding, except that there's nothing inside of them now. You can't see much further than the laundry section, but you can hear lightly the noise of a boiler in the far back.
Is there any like metal electric tubing that we could see that might be leading somewhere?
Ah, yes. As you look around for it, you spot a group of cables bunched up along the ceiling, leading you over to a midpoint just past the laundry machines, where the breaker box most likely is situated.
I don't see any blood. like little bloody claw marks or nothing?
You don't smell anything either that would indicate blood. It is clear though that something was in here at some point, wrecking the place. But at least there's no more corpses in this particular area.
Okay, I'll make my way towards slowly and quietly as best I can to the breaker box, or what appears to be the breaker box.
All right.
How long have they been gone now from Edvar and Onyx?
From your perspective, it's been a couple of minutes.
All right, I'm gonna slowly move with Horace as well to the breaker box. I'll be
Alright.
kind of watching the flank.
Right, your feet kind of trip over some various blankets. At one point, you end up kicking a bit of it's kind of like this metal thing that's attached to what you know what laundry carts look like? Like industrial
Yeah.
laundry carts? Okay. You know how like they have that metal rim around the top and everything?
Yeah.
Kind of find a piece of that detached and have accidentally kicked it across the floor. Basically, the laundry carts here have been not only overturned but look to be mangled. You make it to the breaker box and you see that it is hanging half open. There are several bits of wire and what looks like detached fuses kind of laying smashed all along the ground.
So it's pretty busted up. Then you can't.
Yep.
So we can't repair that. Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, it does not appear to be any of your skill set. In terms of none of you are electronics geniuses. You might be able to rig something up to, bypass certain things if everything was intact, but in this case, it appears to be destroyed, and that would be a problem.
Over our little radios app or whatever, like Onyx Edvar, the breaker box has been messed with. Somebody or something kind of broke it up. I don't think
It's been sabotaged, so no dies. I guess we should probably go ahead and head back.
Yeah, let's go ahead and we're heading back now.
All right, watch your back.
Alright. Then nothing's happening outside.
Not that
So
we've
far,
seen.
the outside is very quiet.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Wait, hold up. I'm hearing something near the boiler. Do a perception check and get more information on it.
Yep.
All right.
What's
and we'll
going
slow-
on over
slow
there?
off there.
Do you need us?
Hold on, I don't know. Felsing said he heard something.
You can't make the sound any more clear. It just sounds like something's rustling over near that section.
You want to go check it out, Horace, and I follow you?
Yeah, I was gonna say I can. I'll look at Felsing like questioningly. Does he want me to go look at it?
Yeah,
So-
yeah. You want to? That's what I'm saying. You want to go look at it? I'm telling you, this is your character. Horace, if you want to go check out what's over there, I'll follow you and back you up here.
All right, excellent. I'll go ahead and Horse starts making his way toward where Felsing pointed out that there was a sound.
The sound is becoming more clear. It sounds like more like a not so as much as a rustle, but more of a rattle, rattle, tap, tap, rattle, rattle, tap, tap kind of noise. The closer you get to it,
Like something maybe struggling to get out from behind,
or something's being pushed and bumping against the side of the boiler.
You guys want us to join you?
Yeah, Edvar and so I asked that Edvar and Onyx they want to join us for backup because we do have some sort of contact, I think.
All right, we're coming over.
On our
We'll
way.
run over.
I'll put up my axe and pull out. I have a net, and I'm going to pull out my net.
Yeah, put my rifle away and take out my gun.
Once Onyx and Edvar are a little bit closer or in the actual kind of utility closet, then I'll kind of.
It's
is
more
it
like
coming
a
from-
really long room instead of not exactly a closet. It's more like It's kind of like a large corridor, if you know what I mean. But it's not quite a normal room. It's more like a long corridor with stuff everywhere along the sides.
Yeah.
the laundry machines
picturing,
and
like,
a boiler at the end.
a repurposed utility crate, like shed thing,
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay. Well, once they're almost in the little corridor, is it coming from underneath something, or where's
No, it's
like
kind of like
the noise?
midway up. It's whatever it is clanking against the boiler.
Let me go behind. Let me go behind you before you get any closer. I'll provide some backup.
Cool. Sounds good. I'll get my net out, and that way if something kind of runs out, maybe I could like slow it down, or if it might. I mean, we'll see what it is.
All right.
I'm behind Van Helsing now. Let's go.
All right. So as you get up close to it, finally, after everybody has arrived together, you can make out there's something on a long thread, basically half in, half out of the ventilation shaft. It seems to be moving because of the the airflow, and possibly because of the bits of heat coming off the boiler, and it's tapping against the edge. Something bulbous, wrapped in some fine silk. Some sort of spider webbing. Of course, if it is, it's from I want to say, small-sized spider. A small-sized giant spider would be the best size analysis for the type of webbing.
Does it look like maybe I could pull the string or silky kind of thing? Like if I pull it, will it break, or does it maybe if I could pull it
Unravel.
out of the wherever it's coming at the vent?
What's your strength? Roll a strength check. Let's see how easily it is to break. Because there's basically something bundled up in a spider's web of some kind, but not a web.
If it tries, I'm gonna stand right next to him in case I'm gonna ready an action to attack it if it attacks him.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
I'm
attack, but
holding my-
as he pulls the thread, it breaks, and the object it carried inside the bundle spills out. It's one of those creepy little doll's heads. The eyes of it flutter open for a second as it hits the floor.
A doll head?
I mean, like one of those little plastic dolls where, like, the eyes, when you move it, they open and close.
Like,
With bits
Man, it's
of
almost
metal
edible.
rivets.
That's interesting.
Well, I'd say we're on the right path.
can we one of us tall enough to like kind of peek into the vent to just like see into it?
Yeah, the vent is too small for any of you to fit into. Even if you had a halfling in the party, they probably wouldn't be able to fit in there.
I just want to peek.
But you can see in there. You see more strands of webbing, although nothing that would indicate an actual spider's web. How spiders' web are nice designs. Perfectly designed. Instead, it's more like threads that are just kind of random and haphazardly laying about.
Okay. I kind of just like turn around and shrug my shoulders. I don't know. There's a bunch of.
Let me see those keys.
Oh yeah. But is there a sink in here too that we can rinse the keys off?
Yes, actually, there's a utility sink next to the laundry machines.
I wash off the sink. I wash off the keys and my hands at the same time since I messed
Alright.
around with the
You
blood.
turn the tap. It struggles for a moment. It's as if it hasn't been turned on in a while. You hear it splashes you with dirty water for a moment before it starts running clean again.
I head back towards the door.
There's a lot more going on. Something has been going on for a while, not just these past 3 days.
Yeah, Felsing agrees and suggests that we go back and check out the hotel more.
Yeah, let's go
I agree.
finish on the hotel then. We just know now that we're gonna have to be doing it in the dark.
Then we make sure everything's safe in here. We've checked all the bits of this room first.
To be honest, me and Felsing just kind of focused on the breaker box, and then we heard the noise. We haven't really looked around in the room itself.
Let's investigate the room first here before we go somewhere else.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Maybe we find something.
As you look around,
Roll
go ahead.
No, go ahead. You were good.
Well, you can roll a further investigation check. It'll be interesting to see.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and go to the doorway as they look around and just kind of keep an eye out, keep an eye out outside.
Alright, one of you did find something. I whispered it.
Yeah, Felsing finds a pocket watch. It stops down and looks at it. It looks like as it stopped at 12, but
Yep.
otherwise isn't working. So I think I'll just pocket it. I'm not sure what
Is it gold?
No,
Can we-
it looks like it's just like, one of those gold-looking pocket watches, but doesn't appear to be made of actual gold.
Oh, it's like plated or brass. Oh, it's like. All right, that's.
It's just a cheap trinket.
And nothing going on outside.
Who's outside now?
I was right in the doorway checking it
I
out.
think it's the doorway while they're investigating the room, just to make sure no one creeped up on us.
Did you
Good
guys leave the door open or closed? I'm forgetting.
We left it open.
Okay.
That's why that was another reason Horace kind of wanted to stand by the door while they're investigating.
Yeah, just making sure because things can happen. You can miss it, noises and everything like that, or things can end up sneaking into the same room with you when they're open. Nobody's watching.
All right, so you guys want to make your way back to the hotel? Maybe give it a little more thorough investigation.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Yep.
let's start at the main office and work our way to the other rooms.
Horace
All
will
right, I
shut
move
the
in
bloody
between
thing and
everybody.
lock the door.
Let's do
Be in the center.
Chorus, watch the back. I'll go in the front, and the ranger take the midway. We'll make a 4-man formation. One in the front, 2 in the middle, 1 in the back.
Okay.
All right. So you said you're going to start back at the office again?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
lock
we're
up
back in.
the utility closet or utility room.
Yeah. The semi-corridor.
How long have we been in here?
It seems like you've been in there for a couple of minutes.
Since we came into town, how long has it been?
How good is your character's time sense?
What would that be under?
Perception?
No, it's like flavoring.
Oh, he's
I have 4
He's
time
always-
sense, for example.
no. I have really good time sense.
Well, for your time sense has told you that you've been here for no more than 20 minutes, if that's the case.
The question is, how important is it?
It's for my spell. That's what I need to know.
Okay, so your pass out trace is still going?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, it should be. You said it lasted how long again? Wasn't it an hour or 45 minutes?
An hour.
All right.
That's why I
Alright.
needed to check. So we could walk very quietly for the next 40 minutes about.
I think we can make our way through a chunk of this hotel.
Let's start with room 1 and let's go room by room.
All right.
Maybe we should split up, possibly? along the same hallway
Maybe
to
we
each
each
room.
at a time, just the side by side rooms.
Yeah.
No, I think it's the doors on the all on the outside, so they're one
Yeah.
next to another.
Everything's on the outside. There's no interior doors or corridors.
That's what I'm saying. We could do like the 2 rooms next to each other.
2 and 2.
Yeah.
That way we can maybe try to get through this before your spell runs out.
But you have to be within 30 feet of me for it to work.
How far apart is each room?
Let's see. I'm trying to think what the average size of a motel room is. Didn't
Probably
actually write
bigger.
that down. I didn't actually write that down as a note. I just kind of made a version of it in Minecraft and made a just basically did a map of it and all that. It didn't actually occur to me how far each room is.
170 square feet.
This same.
All
Yeah,
depends on how much you pay.
Let's see here. I'm gonna say that each room is 10. It sounds like 10 to 20 feet, 10 to 15 feet wide would be average, so that you could do 2 rooms and still be within 30 feet of each other.
Okay.
That's just if you want to, so we can get through it quicker.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, basically this is the best
Which way?
size thing I could do for the.
So who's coming with me?
I'll go with Horace.
All right, cool. So same setup. We'll just rooms right next to each other. We'll take the different keys off and.
Yeah, basically the room mock-ups don't really have anything. They're just basically examples of certain types of rooms based on random rolls. So and distance from each other in case there's an attack outside.
Yeah.
Basically, I was just using them to keep time rather than putting any description in. But
I mean, if you want to describe one room at a time, that we understand, because that's dumb to try to do 2.
yeah, hold on. I'm gonna take notes for myself. Tell me which room is which based on description. All right, so you're opening room number 1. All right. The door clicks open. You look inside of a room, and the first thing that catches your eye is a suitcase sitting on the bedspread. The room is small but comfortable, with dark red flower with white vines wallpaper. There's a king-size bed with blue covers on it, and there's a nightstand sitting there with an alarm clock. The alarm clock seems to just be stuck on 12. There's a TV mounted to the wall over the dresser with a chair next to it in red. There's no windows, of course, because of, again, the light-sensitive people that might be staying there. But there, you can see from here a small bathroom with shower. Sorry, a small bathroom from here. You can't see that there's a shower, but there is. On the bed, you can see evidence of a suitcase, and the bed covers are askew, showing that at some point it was being used.
All right, and the suitcase is it open or closed?
It's open. It's basically what you can see in there. There's a couple of shirts and pants. Nothing of particular value. As if somebody stayed there, spent the night, then pulled their suitcase out, got dressed, and who knows where they went now.
Oh, okay. Well, barring not being able to see anything else in the room, we can move on to the next one.
Next room.
Now, if you need me to rerun that description of what the average room looks like, I can at some point. But for now, anytime I say it's a normal room, it's going to be basically following the description. Whether or not there are suitcases or people, occupation is going to be part of the flavoring.
Okay.
Same as.
Okay, now
room.
this is
Same
going to
as.
be interesting. You found this one already. Awesome.
Jackpot.
Oh no.
We gotta fight something.
No, unfortunately not yet, but this is still one of my more favorite rooms. As you open the door, the scent of mold and dust just assaults your nostrils. And as you look inside, you see that this room looks as if everything has been decayed. And this is basically rusted out. The floors, the ceiling, the carpet, everything. It's just gone except for the bare skeleton and blocking off any, visible sign of the next rooms over, which you would expect to see with this amount of damage done to it. It looks like it has been neglected not simply for days, but centuries. The carpets are gone. You can see that the wood has decayed and cracked. The metal pipes are even visible in the wall, and they have rust all over them. There is a bed, or at least the remains of a bed visible, and on top of it, you see a skeleton. The skeleton is completely naked, as if any clothing it might have once had has been long since decayed.
And I'm thinking time magic.
This isn't normal. Hey, Horace.
Yeah, I get, as soon as we kind of see this, I look at Onyx and Edvar and be like, there's nothing interesting in your room. There's some interesting stuff in this room.
Alright, I go up and check it out. Oh my. Slept a little too long, it did.
It looks like they missed checkout.
For how many years or centuries?
Looks like the cleaning ladies neglected this place just a bit. Or dude.
Horace, find out if there's any foul play done in there magically.
I'll
Can you guys
go
hear
in.
me?
Yeah, I'll go in with the room just to kind of check just to see the skeleton. So can I make out or Vedvar or somebody else might be able to better suited for this, but check out to see what kind of race maybe it is.
Well, you can always run an investigation on that, but it looks like it's probably a humanoid, human size, which means human, elf, possibly a half orc. You can't really tell from that without having forensics on your side. But you know that looking at it, it's not a halfling, not a dwarf, not kobold, not something like that, nowhere near the size of a ogre, troll, or minotaur. But
Nolan wants to see if he could do an Arcana check to see what kind of magic, if there is any magic done.
sure, you can roll a knowledge arcana, or I guess detect magic would work on that too. But knowledge arcana and detect magic together should help if there is any. Horace, as you step in, you can hear the floor creaking heavily underneath your feet, considering you happen to weigh the most of any of the party members. As you're looking around, the only thing that's catching your eye is the fact that the skeleton has a bracelet. It's the only thing it's wearing is some kind of bracelet.
I'll move my foot back outside and be like, I think I might be too heavy for this room, but one of y'all lighter-footed ones there's some sort of bracelet or something on the skeleton's body.
Okay, I'll wait for the Arcana check first.
Yeah, and I'm pretty light-footed. I'm pretty stealthy.
Yeah, I can run in there pretty quick and grab it.
All right. So one of you now is holding a bracelet that you found on a skeleton. In a motel room. You might want to write that down somewhere.
We can hear you again, Felsing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just Germany here and stuff.
And now one of you now holds a bracelet with that you found on a skeleton in a motel room. You might want to write it down as such.
And I don't detect any magic with the bracelet itself.
No, it looks interesting, but you're not really getting magic per se off of it.
Okay.
There are some weird symbols along it, but it's nothing that you can read.
So pretty much either your guys' party wizard sucks, and there was magic, or there's just no magic really. I don't detect any magic. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we heard you, so it doesn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jay.
okay.
All right. Horse pulls out a little notebook and starts writing all this down. Is there? Did y'all see any like maybe cause of death on the skeleton? Was there any like scratches to the rib cage or anything? I know it's probably been a while, but I'm just.
Roll an investigation check to determine that.
I didn't go in there, so.
I'll roll it. I'll give me a second.
Yeah, I'll roll it too. So I'm
Yeah,
right
'cause
there.
I didn't want to break the floor, so I went ahead and just stayed outside.
A 15.
Investigation.
What are we rolling for? We're rolling for perception. I was updating the journal.
Yeah, I just suggested to see if we could determine the cause of death. If y'all don't want to, y'all don't have to. I didn't go in there.
By the way, Onks, you don't need to use the dice roller for that. You can just tap it on your character sheet. It should automatically roll for you with a description of what you're rolling.
Gotcha. I just figured that out.
Sweet. So, Onks, you're the one that got the description.
Yeah, it says he has his hands over his chest, and it seems like it's been unharmed. As one day he fell asleep and didn't wake up again.
Horse notes that in his notebook. Oh, maybe this is some weird memorial in this hotel. Maybe that's why
This
it
town
hasn't
is
touched.
this town is getting.
But if there's nothing else, should we move on to the next room then?
Yep.
And then as we're going, we should probably make sure we lock the doors too.
All right, I'll go back to room 1 and lock it.
Just so nothing else pops up in there.
Good idea.
Or something does pop up in there, we need to figure out how. Room 3 and 4?
Room 3. Room 3 is much like room 2. It looks like old and decayed, but this one is free of skeletons.
Okay.
And room 2 also shows signs of it's a normal room, but has been occupied by someone. There is a suitcase, once again, just open, looks like it has been rifled through, but nothing of value. It's clothing, which you can see from the door anyway. The suitcase happens to be sitting on the chair.
You said that was
20,
correct? You
21
said 2.
per.
The clothing in this case looked like they were sized for, kobold or goblin or halfling, small size.
Very interesting. This is a tiny room.
Is there
Well,
anything?
the room is average. It is normal. The clothing you can see from the suitcase. You can see look like they belong to somebody of small stature.
Hey Horace, I bet you won't do fat guy little coat in this.
Horace holds out his hand.
Can't
Just
see the
the
jacket.
hand of the coat.
I take a picture in my cell phone. Classic.
First thing wants to check the bathroom and see if there's anything in there.
Nothing of interest. A shower instead of a bath in and of itself. liquid soap on the countertop. Just one of those little plungers and depressings. You see a toothbrush and toothpaste size for someone of a small stature, along with a little step stool that would help them get up onto the basin.
Well, I'm ready to move on when you guys are.
All right, room
All
5.
right. Let's lock the doors and then go to 5 and 6.
All right.
Sorry
This
about that. Someone got a jacket or something?
They were just messing around with Horace.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
I just-
Sorry, I had to step away and then, yeah. Sorry.
He did fat guy little coat.
Perfect.
All right.
Love it.
As you open the door to room 4, the smell of fresh blood and excrement reaches your nose. This room looks like it was also occupied at one point, but the occupant is now clearly dead. Part of their corpse is laying across the bed, the blood soaked in through everything. You see a bit of a head, looks elvish to you, with the eyes gouged out, the mouth open but the tongue gone.
Guys, you need to investigate this room a little bit more thorough.
All right.
I'll go ahead and since they're a little bit smaller, I go ahead and send them outside the door so I don't take up too much room in the room. Also to kind of watch our backs.
Okay,
But
since both Edvar and Nolan both got a decent investigation roll, you can see that there's heavy tracks of something with claws, much like you saw in the office, leading into the bathroom.
Like the claw marks are in the room leading back into the bathroom?
Correct.
Something
And,
right in there. I'll start walking in there slowly.
Since we actually see claw marks, like the footprints, can maybe Edvard tell what kind of creature it is?
Oh,
Sure.
yeah, that's
Roll knowledge, nature.
Ooh.
All right.
we did.
I'm gonna whisper it to Edvar.
I'll stand by the door when you guys open. You swing it open, I'll have my sword in my hand in case something attacks.
All right, I
Sound
have
good.
my gun at the ready.
I motion for for you guys to stand by, like be on the ready as we open this door.
Okay, I'll pull out my net again.
Right. So you're opening the door to the bathroom. Is that what you said?
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, the door is already like half open. As you get to the bathroom, you see that there's a second corpse in here. This one is in much worse condition, laying sprawled in the shower stall. Pretty much, it's hard to tell what it was, but likely it was a spouse or maybe a sibling to the corpse that's laying on the bed. Pretty much the entire shower stall is just splattered with blood. The body is just laying at the bottom of it. You can make out the humanoid shape, but beyond that, you can't get anything else. There's streaks of blood, even though up on the mirror, but the main concentration beyond the shower stall itself is clearly going up to the ventilation shaft, which is also hanging partially askew.
So does it look like the ventilation shaft is actually going further up into the hotel? Or does it look like maybe it's going down?
It's going basically to the exterior wall. If you've been seeing from the outside of the motel, pretty much on that exterior wall, the same side where you found the utility rooms, would also include the ventilation system.
I would make an assumption that whatever is attacking the people or attack the people is in the vents.
Well, yeah, I mean, or
I
definitely
agree.
use the vents to get around. It could maybe not be in the vent. It could be like somewhere that the vent opens into a room or something.
They all do
Yeah,
look like
right.
spider footprints, but
Wait,
They're
are
a
they
bit
spider
off.
footprints?
They sure look like it, yes. But there's something odd about them.
Do y'all want to?
How
wanna
they're placed.
Do y'all want to try something? Maybe to lead them out. Maybe we can go back to we can pick a room or pick the reception area and then like bang on the vents to see if something comes out.
Yeah, but then we might attract way more attention from things
And
around
a
us.
lot more enemies than we might be able to
I
handle.
mean, obviously, in this town, it looks like something's hunting people. I mean, it's okay if we get contact. It's just we don't want more than
We still don't even know if it is these supposed spiders that are killing people. I mean, they might just be scavenging these people.
It's true.
So we looked at every single room, right? So all we have left now is what we've already seen with the hotel. So we maybe need to investigate.
No, there's still around.
There's 30 rooms. You've looked at 5 of them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have missed that.
No, the map. I
No.
said the map is basically just I have two room setups in case of battle needs. Pretty much the
Yeah.
map in and of itself is not isn't set up so I can do random rooms.
Yeah, it's my fault. Like actually, I heard you describing it earlier, but then it was cutting out, so I didn't get all. So I
Yeah,
just,
it's okay.
All right. Well, I guess we still got some quite a
We
bit of
got-
time.
Yeah, basically the first 5.
Several.
Basically each of the 3 wings has 5 rooms at bottom, 5 rooms at top. So you went through all 5 on that wing, and then you go into the next 5, and then the next 5, and then you probably want to go upstairs unless you decided to do something else at that point. That's why I'm not describing each room in turn, because one thing you might get attacked, one thing you might suddenly decide you need to go elsewhere, that sort of thing. So room 6.
Yeah, let's go to the next wing, to the next 5.
Alright. As you approach room 6 and put your key in the door, you find that it's sticking. You try moving the knob back and forth, but it's as if something's blocking the door from opening.
Let's kick it.
Strength check.
All right, Boris.
And me and Onyx hook arms and kick it.
Brotherhood.
Woo! Congratulations, Onyx! You beat the strength check. Even so, you also got a nat 20, so that would have helped anyway. Okay. You managed to crash open. Sorry, Lyra, I know I'm not paying attention to you right now. You managed to kick open the door, rather I should say, you managed to splinter the door apart. The door collapses in front of you, and revealing that the dresser, the bed, the chair, and pretty much anything else not nailed down in that room has been pushed up against the door as if to keep it from ever opening. As you're looking past this into the room, you spy a corpse sitting propped up in the corner, bloated. The sort of state that you would expect flies to be buzzing around, but there's nothing. You just kind of smell the odor of decay, but you hear none of the accompanying noises. No flies, no, small mammals trying to eat their way through things. Things you would have seen on a body farm, for God's sakes, back at the academy.
So we pretty much can't even deduce the cause of death.
Well, you can try to get further into the room. It just basically would take you several minutes to remove the debris if you wish to spend the time.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, let's spend the time. At least 2 of us to get
Yeah.
in there, and then next 2 can go to the next one.
Sure.
I'll stay and start.
You
taking
guys,
the wood out.
I busted down the door. I'll go to the next room. I took care of the light work. You did the heavy stuff.
Alright. It takes the 2 of you 3 whole minutes to get most of that blockage out enough that you can get over to the body.
All right,
Is it-
I'll investigate it.
You
Do we
see a slip of paper laying on the floor next to the corpse.
Ooh, I'll pick it up.
You can see the writing on it is in Standard Common. It reads that I'm so hungry, won't go outside, I'm so hungry.
Ooh, that doesn't sound like fun.
Is there any sign of what you may have been eating?
No, you don't see anything out of ordinary that would expect you to think that this guy was attacked. You can make out the features that it appears to have been a kobold at one point. If anyone wants to roll knowledge nature, investigating this room.
Oh. A horrible roll.
Yeah, that's a terrible roll.
Oh, looks good in here.
Yeah. You find nothing else of interest. The bathroom is all clean and Spartan. The taps are not working for some reason, though. The vents are completely closed, not even budging.
All right.
Can I investigate his body a little bit? And you,
Sure.
you said we couldn't. You said we couldn't figure out why he was dead.
No, I said you can. You just roll investigation. You can get some determination as to what might have caused this.
I'm gonna guess starvation.
Well, she said that he was bloated. That's why it's weird.
Well, yeah.
Well, after he dies and he starts decaying, right?
Yeah. Investigation, Horace. You can tell from this that the corpse is definitely of a kobold that has starved to death somehow. The corpse has now been bloating from internal gases. However, no insect activity is apparent. No scavenger activity. Nothing that would do this. That would further on decay. However, the stage of decay that you've detected on this body looks like it's been here at least a week. The fact that it's starved to death implies that it has not eaten for a long period of time. It's impossible to tell if it ever had any food in this room to form a baseline of how long that might have taken, however.
Okay. Okay. Horace takes all this down in his notebook.
You guys are right over there, as I've been room 6.
Okay, room 7 is the next room. Room 6 is the one with the dead kobold.
All right, 7.
Mira, don't play with the dice. Oh no, let me just find one of those. Don't want that one again. Alright. I rolled it twice in a row. It has to be that type of room. Alright. This room is much like room... I dropped my notepad. This room is much like room 5. Room 7 is. You can smell death right immediately as you open the door, and violent death as you see blood trails coming out in and out of the bathroom. This time, though, the body is laying prone on the floor, the stomach ripped up. Sorry, the chest and the stomach area ripped open, the head completely gone.
I'm thinking that whatever the spider thing is probably like laying eggs.
How you doing over there?
Maybe. Can we do an investigation to get that?
It's I rolled horribly. I can't tell anything. I just see a dead body.
I'll,
What's the alchemy roll for?
I didn't mean. I just clicked.
Okay. I'm trying to keep my cat from taking my dice.
Oh man, that's a horrible roll too.
I bet you it beat my 3.
It did. It did. Oh my gosh.
No one got a good roll though.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if we could tell what the trend is with the stomach.
Well, it's possible. If it's a predator, not a traditional, not a killer that you've been used to, dealing with, a murderer, but instead just like an animal that's preying on people. That whatever is doing this is basically after the the guts and the various soft organs and such.
Does it look
instead
like
of the flesh,
or just trying to kill them? Like
It's going for the juicy stuff.
It looks like a bit of both. Killing, eating the face, eating the guts, leaving the rest.
All right,
Pretty much what you can tell from that.
It just wants the good, juicy stuff that it ate.
Hey, I don't know if you heard me earlier, Grizzdrop, but I forgot to take a background check. Is it okay if I drop it, Acolyte into my character real quick?
Sure.
Okay.
You guys ready
Is
for
there-
room 8?
Can I do a quick check on the body and see if, like, is there any specific organs or anything missing?
Huh. Okay. Sure.
And try like a medicine check.
Yes. Medicine or investigation. The medicine will give you more accuracy when it comes to body parts missing.
What body parts are missing, buddy?
And but
You can tell things like the kidneys and liver are gone. Bits of the intestines, stomach, and heart are all missing.
you
Sounds
said
up and down.
heart, kidney, and in some of the intestines.
Yeah, some of the intestines. Others you can clearly see are still there. They're kind of flopped out into what remains of the belly.
Okay. I'll let everybody else know that too. I don't know if it's a trend. I didn't really look at the others.
I didn't bother to look at them either.
I'll go back and check later.
Yay! Fun times. Who's standing in front of room 8? Can you move your characters right here?
Were we just in front of 8?
Yeah, you said your whoever's opening door 8 while someone else is in room 7. Move your character token right here, please. Where you see my yeah. Let's see here. Okay. But you guys have been waiting for this part. Let me finish setting it up, and then I will let it go. Alright, so Onks and Edvard are opening the door while Horace and Felsing are finishing up in the next room? Is that what's going on, or are they all stacked up against one another?
Were you guys done in that room?
I think we probably were. I think
Well,
we're
I'm
just finishing up. So
Alright, because I'm going to move your tokens right there. Alright, as you guys open up the door to room 8, at first glance it looks like it's the same room until you notice the lumps of things laying on the bed. One of them lifts its head as you look in. What you can see at first is it looks kind of like a rat, except that rats don't have 8 legs. Looks like somebody fused a rat and a spider together and just let it loose on things. The creature hisses at you while 3 other heads lift up to gaze at you with red beady eyes.
We have some issue over here, guys.
We found some spider rats.
all right.
Have a horse.
We roll initiation or
Yep.
how?
Time for initiative.
Oh, yeah, initiative. I don't say initiation.
When you roll your initiative, make sure you click on your token. That way, it'll add it to the thing.
Yeah. I see Onks and Horace on here so far. I guess Nolan left automatically. What's Felsing? Okay.
Did I do it wrong? All right, rolled it.
Yeah, you have to. I've got you at the moment. Let's see, who are we missing still?
Me,
Looks like Edvar. Okay.
If you click
A
on
lot
your
of
token,
16s.
then click initiative, it'll add it to the tracker.
I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Okay, there we go. Nice, 16.
I was about to say Edvar, man, that's bad. The 0.
Horace! You get to go first, buddy.
Yes. How many? I guess we're standing in the room next to them. I'll as soon as they say that there's something interesting or something, I'll kind of I'll make my way to the room. And what do I?
All right. So you can see the spider rats from there. Edvar, what do you do?
I'm going to take a shot at this closest one
All right.
with my gun.
All right. That one's a miss. The bullet goes wide, striking right into the bed without actually hurting the creature that's standing upon it. Felsing, you hear a shot going off.
All right, I make my way to the door, and if I can get a clear visual, then I'll also attack. I guess I'll shoot my gun at it.
The same one or a different one?
Oh, yeah, it's the same one, just the closest one.
All right.
All right. I'm getting to it. Sorry.
That's okay.
Do I just click the proficiency bonus, or?
You should just be able just look on your equipment sheet, find gun, and just click on gun. Or
Oh, yeah.
it should be in the under attacks maybe. There should be a listing for gun. You can just click on that. Ooh. The bullet rings out, and you manage to aim it directly at the creature's head, which then explodes with a shower of blood soaking into the bed.
Hey, you killed the rat.
It's a lucky shot, considering that
Nice.
the rat thing's head is, tiny. However, it seems to agitate one of its buddies here, which then comes streaking out right towards you. And misses. This one streaking out directly at Onks for a miss. Onks.
Thanks. Now I can get into the room too.
You gonna do an attack?
If you're talking, dude, we can't hear you.
What?
Which one? Which one are you aiming for?
The one I'm flanking.
Okay, so that would be this one here.
Yeah, so I would get advantage, right?
Correct. Nice. You managed to slam your rapier down across, decapitating the creature.
Nice.
This one's already dead. This one, though, scrambles over to bite you.
It could try.
And it succeeds. Six damage. It's sharp teeth just gouging right into your otherwise hard flesh. Horace.
All right. I'll squeeze my way into the room. I'll go ahead and attack this one right here. Not the one that's engaged with Onyx. I feel like he can handle himself.
This one? Yeah, 'cause I think that's the only other one left. There's only 4 in this room.
Yeah. Did it roll it? Nope. Sorry, I didn't mean to press it twice.
Your blade comes down, cleaving the rat spider in two. Blood goes everywhere.
I'll keep that one alive.
Edvar!
Why do we want to keep him alive?
Do you have a clean shot from where I am?
You would have to move down, I think.
I think
I don't
you
wanna
do,
hit
yes.
on it. Yeah? Okay, I'll take out my rifle and shoot at that one.
Don't you think that's a bit overkill?
No.
My knee.
And boom, it's dead.
Nice.
Let's see.
I
told
need
you,
some
It's
healing.
not enough.
Lay some hands on me, brother horse.
I
can
think
get
that's
you
correct.
a little bit.
Calculations on that or not.
I'll make my way up to Onyx yeah. How much did you lose? 6? I'll
Six.
give you 3 just to keep a little bit in the bank.
You only get a little bit.
Well, just in case we get another fight, one of y'all go down, I could at least give y'all 1.
Yeah.
I only have 5 right now.
I only have 14 hit points.
Shoot, I only have 6, so if I got bit for 6, I'd be gone.
That's probably what happened to a lot of the NPCs around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely need to stay back.
These claw marks look like they. I'll investigate these like spider-like creatures, or these rat spider things, and see if their claw marks kind of maybe resemble like the dimensions of what would have messed with the corpses.
Roll investigation check.
Okay.
You want me to join in on that?
Yeah. Anyway.
Anybody who wants to can roll an investigation check. And yes, you can tell by looking at them that at least the marks in the blood leading up to and from the vents appears to be made by something like these creatures here. Whether it was these specific 4 creatures or if there's a lot more of them somewhere in this motel, you do not know from this.
I took the 3 on horse.
Oh. Alright, cool. Is there a vent in here? Does it look like maybe that these guys were using?
Yeah, there's a vent that's askew in the bathroom. It looks like this is a pathway for the rat spiders, or spider rats, or whatever it's called.
Look like some of the other rooms, or is this room barren, or like what does this room look like minus these spider rats?
Yeah.
It
what
looks
were they
like
doing on the bed.
It looks like a normal room. Nobody else was living in here. From the looks of the bed, it looks like they had made the bed into a nest.
Okay.
The covers are kind of like
lovely.
bunched up around it. Now they're soaked in blood, and some of them with guts of these creatures. But no evidence of sentient being habitation.
Are there any eggs or anything in the nest?
No, it just looks like a place they had curled up and gone to sleep.
Anybody hungry?
For rat meat? No, thank you. I'd rather go to the diner and eat.
Spider rat meat, though.
Spider rat meat. So, I guess y'all want to keep going room to room. We still got like 22 rooms to go.
I guess we have to.
Go on.
Hold on. Let's see if I roll for something. Remember where it is. Huh. That's weird. I sworn I'd written something about that. Maybe I was just... Oh, that's right. It's on the other page. Duh. Okay, cool. Now that I was trying to remember what I had as statistics on something else I needed to roll for, and I couldn't remember where I had written it. It was on another page.
That was room 9, right? That y'all went to investigate because me and Felting were gonna investigate room 8. Was that right?
Room 8 was the one that you were
Oh, not
just
8,
attacked in.
Okay, cool.
So we're going 9 and 10 now.
All right, room 9. Just another empty room is room 9. Normal, looks like nothing's disturbed, no evidence of habitation, no rat spiders.
We gotta mark off the rooms because we're gonna need a rest soon. What time is it about now?
Horace has been like keeping track, and he has a little trouble with it. He writes all the stuff down.
According to your internal body clocks, it is evening. According to your phones, however, your phones are basically saying no service and apparently aren't listing the time right now.
So we got the Hummer at like 2 o'clock, right?
You got the Hummer. You got the Hummer in, just before evening, so more like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
And then we were
Maybe
traveling
6 at
for about 2 more hours.
Yeah,
2
so
more
it'd be
hours.
like
Sorry.
7, 8.
8 o'clock. So it'd be
Probably
8
more.
o'clock now.
Or 9,
And
depending on how long you've been spending at this motel.
How long has it been in the hotel? Half hour? 45 minutes?
Half hour sounds about right, actually.
You said
So it's about 9:30 right now, guys. Let's look around at the first floor. We'll and then we'll take shifts to investigate the other rooms, and after that, we'll meet up in a room, and then we'll just rest there, and then we'll have to take shifts, make sure no spider rats attack us.
Yeah. If we,
Alright.
we might be able to move some like 2 or 3 beds into the utility kind of corridor room, and then we can. That way we're all together, unless y'all want to just sleep in separate rooms.
I was gonna say room 9 is already empty. We should all just pile into one.
All right, that's a good idea.
The problem is that Horace would take up the entire bed by himself.
Horace can have the bed.
It's a king-sized bed, which means that two of you normal-sized people could fit on it and sleep fine, or one Horace.
I'm real cuddly though. Like I'm real soft.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
no,
in
that's right.
theory, they could lay on top of you. All right,
I'm not laying on top
but
of you.
there'd still be one of you missing, or having to sleep in the chair, or
I have
just
no
on
problem
watch.
sprawling over Horace. I wink at Horace.
Not to get real close.
All right, that's a little.
I
Are
hope
we
I
going
don't
to room 10?
stab you in the face. Well, yeah, I think a good idea. Probably at least clear out the first floor, and then we could split the rest.
Sounds good.
So is there 3 floors on this hotel, or is it?
No, there's 3
You said
wings
wings?
and 2 floors.
Okay.
Basically,
Okay,
wings are in an L shape. You've got
Okay. Okay, I got it. Yeah.
so you got that.
So we're at room 9 and 10.
Well,
So where would be the
Yeah,
other 5?
Yeah, room 9 was empty. Room 10 is what you're opening now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's get at least 15 done, and then I think we can make it.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, you poke your head. Which one of you is poking your head in?
I am.
I'll go ahead. Or you, yes, go ahead, and I'll do 11.
All right. Which one is I at the moment? I'm still getting used to voices.
Onyx.
Okay, Onyx. You poke your head into the room. You can see that there is a suitcase laying closed on the dresser. The bed looks like it's been used. It looks definitely like it's been used. The part of the sheet and blanket is like pulled up along the edge, partly creased as if somebody sat up in bed, got out, and only half remade it, possibly. Let's see. What's your perception? Perception? Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
15.
Hold on. Yeah, I see it now. I have it listed on your token for best look. Okay.
Both of these rooms are empty.
No, this one has a funny smell to it.
There's
Funny
also
smell.
yeah, so the evidence that somebody was in here before, because their luggage is sitting on the dresser.
Maybe just
And there might be something still in here. Let me go investigate. Watch my back.
Edvar, are you still taking point with Onyx?
Yep.
Roll a perception check, Ox, as you walk in.
Perception?
Yep. Okay, Ox. As you go to make a footfall in, something catches your eye and it draws your eye upwards towards the ceiling of the room. There's something blobby up there that's you've seen the rest of the rooms before, and even in that weird decayed room, you didn't see anything like this. Something white, blobby, half blending in with the ceiling, half as if it's a big mushroom for a moment, except it's moving, and you see a hand sticking out for a second, as if clawing across the top of the ceiling.
There's something in here.
I take my phone out and take a picture.
Do you try going in, or are you going to close and lock the door?
No, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna investigate that.
Okay, you go in anyway.
I'll go in after I take my picture.
All right, Unks. As soon as you step in, even though you've been alerted to seeing this, it drops down from the ceiling on top of you. Roll a reflex check, which is, I believe, dexterity save. Used a reflex check from 3.5. Okay. You nearly miss being crushed by this white humanoid figure. You get a really good look at it as it starts lifting up again, its mouth opening. The mouth is pretty much the only feature it has on its entire face. You don't see eyes. You see, well, it looks like it might have been a nose, except it's flushed with its. You know how like a featureless face is? No nose, no ears. Yeah, it does appear to have nose slits, but it's not an outward nose. The mouth opens with a soft hiss. You see two sets of long canines, upper and lower, and a long tongue begins to protrude out as its hands reach forward towards you.
I move back and I say, "Can you understand me? You talk." And I prepare an action to attack it if it lunges at me.
And it's going to do that. Turn order.
Kill it dead.
We're gonna kill it dead.
And unfortunately, I realized I did not actually put the sheet on there. I hate it when I write something, when I have all the written information down on my sheets, and then forget to import it onto Roll20. Thankfully, from my point of view, is that this fight will be picked up next week. Just if everybody wants to set their initiative now, that would be great.
No! Aww. Really?
Are you serious? What a horrible roll.
Let's kill it first. Wow, that's horrible.
Oh, man. 4 plus 1. All right. Awesome.
That was pretty bad, too.
Yeah, hold on a second.
So far, I have the only good roll. I got a 20.
We about to get wrecked.
Oh, nice, even better.
Horace, what's up with that?
That's hilarious.
There's still bits of this coat. It's slowing me down.
So I need to figure out a good token for this.
Let's kill it first before we end.
Said it needs a sheet.
No, I've got the improvised sheet on here. It's just that I need to pull up the token real quick. Hold on. Trying to describe it, I don't have a good picture. I guess the best thing it looks like is probably. It looks a bit like this, except without a bone.
Okie dokie. You said the room smelled like sweaty and stuff?
The room smelled odd. Kind of more briny, I'm thinking. I'm trying to remember what the exact scent is. I'm just trying to put it into words.
Horace isn't hadn't walked in that room, so he wouldn't know yet.
Wow, a 3.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. You guys rolled horribly.
Oops.
I mean, but if you think about it, we were
Good for
opening the
us.
other door. I would have been messing with the other door when all this was going on, so it makes sense.
You guys suck. You leave me by myself. How dare you?
Alright, Onyx would
Well,
be like
I mean,
there.
I'm right there, right? So
Alright.
Are we
Are we
battling
finishing?
this? Or?
We're gonna go ahead and wait till next week.
Battle it. If you guys really want to battle it tonight, I can. It's just that it might be easier on us to wait till next week since it's 10 o'clock now. But, you know, it's up to you guys. Which would you prefer?
I'm okay with battling it tonight.
yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I'll leave it up to you guys. I mean, it's only 7 o'clock for me, so.
I'm cool, but if we start to lose, we should say we just waited till next. So let's see how half the fight goes.
All right, so I'm gonna attack it.
Horse would have been at the other door.
Alright. The creature is very flexible and dodges away from your attack.
I did attack.
What?
Never mind. I thought you said attack.
No, I said the creature is very flexible and dodges away from your attack.
I can see that.
It turns around and attempts to claw you. Oops. Great. I messed up the claw thing. They'll do a regular roll for it. Ooh, that hits.
Oh my.
Yeah, I would say that would hit.
What is your AC on it?
Everybody's AC is the same, 15.
Wait, how's yours 15?
Mine's 15.
Oh, it's because plus your dex modifier. I have.
It's also because of your everybody's wearing the leather coats.
I have 0 dex.
Takes a swipe at you with its claws.
Bring it on.
Come on, Felsen.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna My Nick's cat.
"13 force." That's right. That's a unblockable, isn't it? Without a shield.
I'm not sure how the 5th edition works, but I believe it's they'll have to make a save against my.
Did you copied and pasted that from the? Sorry, you dragged and dropped it from the compendium.
No, I just clicked that from my spell book.
No. I
At
mean
11.
your spell book. Did you drag and drop it from the compendium?
Oh, yeah, that's what I did. Yeah.
Okay, then that should be fine. 13 damage. I just need to put in its HP real quick into here so I know how much HP to take away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still trying to get all the roll 20. It's nice, but all the shortcuts, I just don't know them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have set. I'm sorry. I really should have set this token up earlier. It's just that I thought I had, and then when I got to, because I was looking at other tokens I wanted to set up, and then I realized, oh shit, I forgot to set this particular one up, and these are in the motel.
No worries.
It's all good.
All right. Edvar, what would you like to do?
Okay, I'm going to back up. And I'm going to attack with my rifle.
Ooh. Takes a shot right to the chest, but seems to go right through the spongy flesh and
Oh,
only
no.
anger the creature rather than do too much damage to it.
Oh, no.
A little bit of dark blood dribbled down onto its pure white flesh.
I did something to it.
Horace.
Or messing with the other door and hearing the other ones going through. He's gonna charge through, be like, "Oh, what the hell's going on?"
I'm getting attacked here.
I'm dying.
I keep forgetting I'm on push to talk. He'll charge in, leaving a hole to make sure the other two can do their thing from the outside, and I'll swing with my great axe.
You should have advantage as we're flanking it.
Sweet.
Doesn't matter. The first one he rolled was advantage. Ooh, 15 damage. Nice. It lets out a shriek as you wrench a neat line through. Sorry, I hate when that happens. It lets out a huge shriek as you put a line right through its body. Well, through the chest anyway. The axe seems to be going through part of it. However, it still appears to be alive, or a vague simulation of being alive, and is still upright and ready to attack. Unks.
Onyx.
Thank you
Unks,
for
sorry.
this.
The rapier misses that its body is still flexible despite the damage that's been done to it. Thankfully for you, this time the creature is aiming its fury at Horace.
Thank God.
And it jumps at him, attempting to bite. Its fangs sinking right into the flesh of the Minotaur.
Bring it.
As claws rake down at his chest. Oops. Crap, why does that one not work?
Oh, at first I didn't notice that was a D20, so I was like, "Oh no, don't bring it so much."
Yeah, that first one should have actually knocked you out. I'm looking at your health here.
I only have 11.
Yeah, that's how much it hit you for.
That's how much it hit you for.
Oh no.
Well, actually, it hit you for 12, but still.
Horse down.
You wimp.
Alright, so it doesn't actually do a second attack on you. It's there biting you and sucking at your blood. Felsing.
All right. I'm gonna cast False Life.
Can you... I guess that works on... Oh, okay. That works only on you. Range self.
How
Excellent.
do I like get it to do a roll though, or it won't just because of the type of spell?
You gain 1d4 temporary hit points. You can then roll that for yourself. 1d4 plus 4 temporary hit points for yourself. So you gain 7 temporary hit points.
Okay, and
Bolster
I mean
your
it
current hit
does
points.
damage to him, right? But see, that's the thing. Like it didn't do damage. It's supposed to steal from him because it's necromancy. You know what? Actually, it doesn't. I read that wrong. I'm sorry.
Not to give hit points to yourself.
Yeah.
False life is to give hit points to yourself.
Well, it's probably good because I'll probably get killed like with one hit. So.
Yeah. Is that all you can do this round?
Yeah, that's fine. I did it. So I did it.
Edvar, what would you like to do?
Shoot it!
Shoot again.
Shoot her!
It's killed Horus.
Well, the bullet goes wide as it stands on the downed Minotaur, nearly hitting Unks behind it. Onyx,
Watch
sorry.
out back there!
What?
Since I was a kid,
What?
I pronounced Onyx as Unks, so please forgive me if I keep mispronouncing your name. Horus, death
It's
save,
okay.
death save.
Oh no.
Wait, I didn't attack yet.
Oh, sorry, I thought you did. No, it's not even Unks' turn. It's Horus's turn next.
Yeah.
Come on.
Horus needs to do a death save before Unks can roll. Onyx.
Come on, 20.
Woohoo.
Nope, not a 20, but not a down. I got 15.
Now that 16 plays and hits. Put a hole through another part of its spongy flesh, but it's still standing. It turns towards you, its mouth dripping with blood, and lunges at you.
Your mama was a snowblower. Come on.
Well, it's still got 2 people down in there.
You fool.
Why 2 people?
7 plus 10. 17 damage to Onyx.
Well, guys, it was nice playing with y'all. Good thing.
No. Felsing.
All right, I'm
This
gonna.
thing has some,
Down.
this thing has some high attacks.
Yeah.
See ya. All right, so we decided that we're gonna wait till next week, right?
Yep, you're finishing this now.
Kill it.
Holy crap!
At least I don't have to worry about hitting you, Onyx.
Yeah.
Edvar.
Yeah, we're both on the ground.
Oh, it's mine now, is it? Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry. This thing has like a head, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay, I'm gonna try and aim for the head.
With a mouth full of, with a mouth with several long teeth, like vampire fangs, and nothing else. Currently dripping with blood from both Horus and Onyx.
Cute. Sounds like my last girlfriend. All right, let's do this.
6 damage. Nice.
A little bit.
Time for a death save on Horus.
I've got one.
Ooh, not a good roll. Onyx. Blech.
Is it my turn to do a Dave saving throw?
Yep, it is. Nice.
So that's a save.
Mm-hmm. That's a save.
10 plus.
It makes some hissing noises and starts trying to climb back up the wall. Apparently headed back for its ceiling perch. Felsing.
All right. I just moved. I mean, can I still see him from where I'm at?
Yep. It's trying to
Okay.
climb the wall. It's not quite on the ceiling yet.
I'm gonna shoot my cat.
The bullet embeds itself in the TV that's mounted there, causing a bit of a explosion outward of shower of plastic pieces. Thankfully, the TV did not appear to be connected to anything at the moment, so it did not spark electrically. Ugh, sorry for my speech impediment. Edvar.
All right, I'm just gonna shoot at him again. See what happens this time.
11 damage. Excellent. You hear it howl as it falls back onto the floor. Not quite dead yet, but it looks like it could be there soon. Of course. Woohoo! Successful death save.
Nice.
I believe that is also a successful death save.
Onyx, your turn, dude. Oh, never mind.
I'm still trying to get up.
It creeps out here, blood dripping from dark blood dripping from it, and fresh blood still oozing out of its mouth as it didn't finish swallowing everything. Though it seems confused as to where you might be at, as it does not appear to be able to see. Felsing.
You're lucky, Felsing. You would have been dead.
Yeah.
4 damage. Another bullet goes through the creature. Edvar.
Edvar said 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. I'm just shooting it again.
Kill it!
So close.
In my mind, I said kill
Bullet
it.
streaks
Oh, what?
through it,
Come
but
on!
not quite dead yet. This is an incredibly tough battle, guys.
I'm gonna move back.
Alright.
There.
Horus.
That's a
Yay!
smart guy.
3 death saves. You're stabilized.
Stable.
Nice.
Ooh, not good.
Oh, I failed.
Don't worry, you get more than one fail. This thing flails out blindly. Let's see if it actually manages to land on anything. This is not an attack. It's a flail to see if it actually gets anywhere near anybody. And it manages to get close enough to Felsing to attempt to claw at Felsing.
Bye-bye, Felsing.
Dodge. Oh no.
Yeah, it looks like Felsing's down now too.
My temporary hit points didn't matter.
Oh no.
Which means Felsing gets a death save, and then Edvar gets to see if he actually kills this thing.
Edvard, you gotta run.
Oh no.
They
Can I
just
just,
save Elsol.
Actually, it's still Felsing's turn, which means Edvar, that didn't count.
Oh. Okay, sorry.
Still waiting for Felsing.
Oh, okay, sorry, I thought he went. Oh, my bad.
No, he didn't. He didn't do his death save.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how do I do it?
It should be on your
the
sheet.
Which one?
Your character sheet. It should say death save on one of the groupings.
In the middle column,
I
right
see it.
underneath initiative and hit points.
Woohoo! First of 3. Now, Edvar, you can roll.
Okay. Here we go.
You're the one to save us all.
The
Yeah!
bullet manages to make it straight through the thing's head, and it collapses to the ground. Its head completely engulfed in a ball. Sorry, in a flash of blood, soaking into Felsing and spoiling out all over the ground here.
Edvard MVP.
Yeah. Take
At
that.
this point, I'm going to say everybody who's laying on the ground is technically stabilized because I don't want you guys to die this quickly. But here's the good thing.
I would have made it.
Oh. 3, yeah, level 2!
Everyone gains a level.
Yeah.
That was a very hard battle for level 1s.
Sweet.
Edvard Drago seems to win now.
I suggest we take a rest.
Now, at this
Yeah,
point, I really need to get off because I need to unwind before I go to bed. So I can get up and go to work in the morning.
That's
Okay,
fine.
this next time, let's
Yep.
remember to take a rest before we do anything.
Could we say we're taking a rest that we were arrested for when we come back next week?
Yeah, how about we go into room number 9,
Yeah, you
lock
probably
the door, barricade the door, and
yeah you
have a
probably
rest.
basically figure that out. In the meantime, you can also post it onto the forum saying that you're doing that.
Okay.
I hope you also have gained some strategy in case you run into one of those types of things again. That maybe you don't want to get that close to it. Especially,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna reorganize my spells too. It might help.
yeah, I guess.
more like Felsing,
couple
you could have been safe had you backed up the way that Edvar did.
Yeah, that's true.